We're here on the Lincolnshire coast working alongside the courageous team at His Majesty's Coastguard.
About to perform a simulated rescue mission.
Learning what it takes to save somebody's life.
Joel will be down there enduring a sticky situation in sinking mud.
And Richie's up there. Let's go, Richie!
His Majesty's Coastguard is an emergency service. Rescue officers save people in difficulty on the coast, on cliffs, beaches or out to sea.
We have just one day to learn some of the skills needed to perform a rescue drill to save a real-life person who has become stuck in the mud.
I'm going to be trained to perform a search and rescue from a helicopter.
And I'm going to learn how to retrieve a casualty from the mud.
Unfortunately, it's very thick fog outside, which means the visibility is too poor to fly a helicopter in training. So today's lessons will be on the ground. Pilot John explains what happens when an emergency call comes in.
So the Rescue Coordination Centre will call us directly on the scramble phone. Normally the winch operator will start to take down the details. We're getting changed into all our kit, much like what you're wearing. Life jackets, helmets as well.
Yes.
And we've got the facility for putting night vision goggles on those.
Cool.
For tomorrow, when it comes to the exercise, you're going to have to be thinking about the information and what that might mean, but also you've got to be putting all your gear on and then out to the aircraft so we can take off.
How long does that take you?
From that ringing to taking off in 15 minutes or less.
Joel is off to meet the mud rescue team on the coast.
When water floods into sand, clay or soil, it causes the ground to loosen up. If you walk onto this ground, you can very quickly start sinking down and become stuck. The Coast Guard's term for this is sinking mud. Teams show me the stretcher that is pulled out along the sand onto the sinking mud to rescue the person who is stuck. They use different tools to release the casualty from the mud and lift them onto the stretcher, safely winching them back to solid ground.
This is a torpedo buoy that can go under the bum of a casualty to give them a little rest to sit on. The first thing we'll try and do is use a shovel to take the mud off the top of the casualty's feet, just to relieve some pressure, and then they can hopefully get the feet out.
Really?
So you've got two different cylinders. This one is full of air, and this one is full of water. So the water, using this, which is called a lance, so this goes down the side of the casualty's leg. The water can be released to help disturb the mud. If the water doesn't work, the air can change the distribution of the mud.
Back to Richie at the heli base.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Stu, this is amazing.
Hi.
Great to meet you.
Yeah, you too. I'm the winch operator on shift today. So my job is to help, once we find the survivor, direct the pilot so we can get the winch paramedic to where she needs to be.
Yeah.
Stu shows me around the outside of the helicopter.
So this right here has got something in it that keeps you afloat.
If you imagine like a bouncy castle, it would come out of there and it would be out to about this position. There's one under the tail and there are two in the nose.
I can't believe you would land this thing on water because it seems a little bit heavy for the water.
Only in an emergency.
I couldn't help but notice as well, this might not mean anything, but helicopters don't usually have tyres and wheels. They have those little ski things, don't they?
No, if you've got a helicopter with wheels like this one, it allows us to do a running takeoff where we go forwards and then take off like an aeroplane.
Like a plane?
Yeah, just the same.
That's amazing.
Very cool. I can't wait to get on board, but let's see how Joel is getting on that very foggy beach.
So while the tech is deployed onto the mud and they're dealing with the casualty, stabilising that casualty and getting them extracted, then the shoreside team will be setting up all this ready for recovery. So they're looking between 5 and 10 minutes to set up this full process.
Where do we start? What do we do first?
So we always make sure that we've got our eye protection on before we start.
This is your stake. Put your foot at the bottom, put your hand out, and then just start knocking it gently, and that tends to be about 20 degrees.
What a pro.
Go for it.
All right, my friends. I'm glad I'm wearing these steel cap boots and the helmet. So, boot here. The winch machine and rope are attached to the stakes so that the person on the stretcher can be pulled back securely. Looking good?
Spot on.
I get on board the helicopter and learn how to conduct a search with winch paramedic Kate.
So on the way to the job, that's where you'll be sat.
Okay.
And then once we arrive, you'll be getting onto a harness.
Yep.
And then we'll be opening the door so you can do a search, a visual search.
The harness goes around my waist and is connected to the helicopter itself so that I can safely stand at the doorway without falling out.
So I assume this goes on before
those helicopter doors get opened?
Yes, you would never open the doors unless everybody in the aircraft was secure.
Okay, and out the door we go.
Make sure you've always got 3 points of contact. One of your feet,
Yeah,
that handle, and for you, because you're tall, you can hold on to this top one here.
cool.
So when you're searching, the best thing to do is use a scan. Okay?
Right.
So what you're going to do is you're going to look out and you're going to look across. And you're going to look from side to side.
Yeah.
Come down slightly. Start looking across again. Come down again.
Okay, I get it.
And that's the best thing. If you do it nice and slowly, you can see everything a lot better. I've set you a little challenge.
Okay.
There is a Blue Peter sticker
Right.
somewhere
Yeah.
in this area.
Okay.
So use the scan
Yep.
and find it.
There it is.
Well
Yep.
spotted. You're remembering everything you've been taught, which is good. You'll be absolutely fine.
Yes, bring it on.
When the tide goes out on the beach, it can be very dangerous to walk onto wet sand. So I'm wearing special waterproof clothing and footwear called mudders. They're like duck's feet. My weight is spread across a bigger area, stopping me from sinking during the rescue.
So now we're going to practice walking with the mudders on, so we need to make sure that our technique's quite in tune with the rest of us.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're going to be looking at putting our feet forward, so lift your heel slightly, so that you can feel it just on the back of your calf.
Yeah.
And that's how you're going to be walking.
Okay, let's give it a try. A rope is connected between me and the stretcher so I can pull it along. Oh, whoa, that is way heavier than I thought. You have to really give it some... Woo! Whoa! But that is hard. Woof. That's our training day done, but how will we fare in tomorrow's real-life rescue?
Time for the rescue. This is Dave. He's a member of the Coastguard team and will be playing the role of the casualty. Dave is about to get himself stuck in sinking mud for the training exercise to begin.
Remember, don't walk out onto wet sand when the tide is out. Follow warning signs along the UK coastline.
If you ever do get stuck in the mud, stay calm. Shout and wave to attract attention. If you have a phone, dial 999 and ask for the Coastguard.
We have no idea where Dave is. It will be Richie's job to search for his exact location, then my job to rescue him from the sinking mud.
To begin the exercise, a 999 training phone call will come into the Rescue Coordination Centre. When we get the scramble call, Joel and I have got minutes to get into our safety gear and get to the casualty somewhere on the coast.
Coastguard Rescue.
My friend went out walking this morning and he's not returned. He's got grey hair, he's 6'1", dressed all in black.
Officers will be with you shortly. Hello, Humberside Search and Rescue.
Police Ops Oscar.
Ready, guys?
This is Humber Coastguard. Humber Coastguard, over.
On the Coastguard, Claythorpe's Oscar.
We gotta go.
Right, guys.
We've got 15 minutes from the call to take off. Come on, Driss, let's go.
Game time. Yeah, we gotta go fast.
Let's go.
To the car.
Come on.
This is the real thing, my friends.
Okay, so from the alarm going off to getting in the helicopter and taking off, 15 minutes. It's taken 7. Now is the real test to search and rescue. This is feeling very, very real right now. I can't let my nerves take over. Joel and the team are relying on me.
Let's rock and roll.
I know 2 things. 1, we've got a casualty. 2, they're on the beach. Oh my gosh. This already shows the magnitude of this job and just how difficult it is. Because I should be able to see people on this beach. I can't see a thing. Right, start scanning, I guess.
We're making our way to the rough location. We know what he looks like. It's all on Richie now to tell us exactly where he is.
I'm leaning against this door, holding onto this, as the helicopter is steering this way. Where are they? Oh, there he is! I see him! I got you! Joel, if you can hear me. They are nearly directly beneath me now.
And now, thanks to Richie, I know exactly where the casualty is. I'm getting in my mudders, preparing to walk out onto dangerous ground. These are going to stop me from sinking.
Good luck, Joel. It's all on you now.
It's a team effort on the shore, setting up the stakes and powered winch ready for us to walk out.
It's down your toes now, lean right into it.
Yep, we're coming for you, pal.
Go on, Joel. You've got this in the bag.
Keep walking. How you doing? I'm Dave, this is Joel. You guys are here. Joel, pull your stretcher so it's against the stump as on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, push up for us, Dave.
We're using the torpedo buoy for Dave to sit on, spreading his weight so we can free his legs from the mud. There we go.
Okay. What we've got to do now, we've got to clear his mud off his feet. I want you to dig away all this mud over his top foot.
Cool.
So can you do that with me while I'm doing this? Play his arms and try to lift his legs. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. And kick.
With Dave safely on the stretcher, it's time for the shoreside team to pull us back in. I'll give the signal. In! We're being winched back to safe ground. We're almost there. We are done. I can hand over to the professionals now. My friend.
Welcome.
Thank you, brother.
It's all right.
What an experience. The work that the Coastguard team of staff and all the volunteers do is truly heroic.